5 patients. One comes to say, Dr. Chika, I have headache. He said, headache? He said, yes. What happened? Yesterday, I was running and I missed my step and I suddenly fell on the ground, and since then I have been having a headache. He said, okay, no problem. Sit, I will attend to you. The second patient comes and says, Chika, Dr. Chika, I have headache. He said, headache? He said, yes. What happened? I was preparing for exam, suddenly, against next month, and suddenly the dean now told us that they have brought the exam forward. Instead of next month, it was written last week, and I've not been reading, so I took a tin of Nescafe, and since then I've not been able to sleep, and I discovered I've been having severe headache. He said, okay, no problem, sit. The third person comes to tell you, I have headache. Headache, yes, what happened? You see, the recession in Nigeria made it so difficult for me to even see 1 naira. So as I was passing by Abakaliki Road, I saw an advert that if you carry a block from a block industry to the site where a building is about to be erected, you'll be paid 1,000 naira per block. And because I was broke, I had to carry 1,000 blocks in a day. And since then, I've been having headache. And the third person comes and says, Dr. Chika, I have headache. Headache? Yes. What happened? I attended one meeting and they gave us food. So as I was eating, I saw meat. I tried chewing the meat. I didn't know it was bone. I tried breaking the bone. I broke my tooth. And since then, I've been having toothache and headache. He said, okay, no problem, sit. Now the last person comes and says, Dr. Chika, I have headache. Headache? He said, yes. What happened? I had a very terrible bad news. My uncle called me that the only supermarket we have in Ochanja Market was engulfed by fire. And since then, I have been crying. And only for me to wake up this morning to discover that I have severe headache. I said, Doctor, sir, you have 5 patients before you. All of them are having headache. Will you give them the same drugs?
It's not possible.
Why?
They don't have the same issue.
Thank you.
To get into their different.
Thank you very much. That is the essence of this diagnosis. That's the essence of this diagnosis. Now, you diagnose them to see the cause of their ailments. The ailment is called conflict. The name of this ailment is conflict. So when patients come to you as a doctor in the hospital, they come with an ailment called disease or sickness. But the causes of this may not be the same, and that's why you don't give them the same drugs or the same medication. So as a dispute resolution expert, what do? The second stage is to diagnose these conflicts, to know the causes of these conflicts, to be able to do what? To make some recommendation, to give them prescription, the drugs to take. How do you effectively diagnose this? Is by asking them 4 questions. Once you get answer to these 4 fundamental questions, you are home and dry. The first question is, what is the real issue? Now ask the parties that are before you, what is the real issue? Because when the parties come to share their testimony, to tell you their problem, they may end up not telling you the real issue, sir.
Yes.
Let me give you an example of the one I handled. I won't mention the names of the persons involved. There was this man. He had a friend, and they had been friends for 44 years. And along the line, sir, the man one of them had a supermarket. So unfortunately, it was engulfed by fire. So while he was crying, his friends came to console him, but he was crying unconsolably. So one of them now said, please, you don't need to cry. You're a man. Whatever thing that comes to a man is equal to a man. So just calm down. So the man calmed down, and then his friend, after consoling him, now told him, look, the only way I can help you, the only way I can provide succor for you is I will give you a check of 5 million. Use that 5 million and get another shop and stock the shop and get other things. Anytime you have the money, you can pay me. The guy was happy and collected the check and went to the bank and carried the check and got a new shop, stocked it. After 2 weeks, this guy came to collect his 5 million back. He said, I need my 5 million. I said, but you said, I just came back from the market. I just stocked this thing last week. So why are you coming this week? He said, I told you any day and I need it now. When we now came into the matter, no, the matter is, he's owing me, I need my 5 million. So when I came into the matter to resolve the matter, I asked this man, how long have you been friends? He said, for 44 years, we are friends, we are no longer friends. I said, well, if you were in the issue, would you have raised this money within 2 weeks? He said, don't ask me that question, sir, don't ask me that stupid question. I need my 5 million and I need it now. So in the course of resolving this matter, the man shunned me, said, please don't persuade me to leave this 5 million for this person. How can he be holding the 5 million of a ritualist? I said, how? Ritualist? He said yes. He called me a ritualist. So from there I discovered that they didn't tell me the real issue. The real issue is that this man is owing me 5 million. But in the course of trying to diagnose this conflict, I discovered the real issue, which is name calling. That he had that man called him a ritualist. And I said, how did you know? He said, my wife told me. Fortunately, I called the wife to cut the whole story short. I called the wife, put the phone on loudspeaker, and the wife, I discovered that the wife of that man and the wife of the other man, they had issues, they had exchanged banters and confronted themselves. And that one said, you are idiot, your family is ritualist, blah blah blah. That one single-handedly picked it and came to just to punish the other woman, to tell the husband, the people you have said you are a ritualist. And when the man heard that thing,
she couldn't take it.
He said, my friend, women can't come between us. We've been friends for 44 years. I never knew that this was what happened. My wife came and told me that she had you calling me a ritualist. And that was why I acted the way I acted. But I'm sorry, my friend. Please, this 5 million, don't pay me again. I am sorry. Nothing can asunder our relationship. And that was the end of that matter.
Good.
Why? Because we were able to discover
get
the real issue. So the first question is, ask the parties, what is the real issue? The second question, sir, in diagnosing conflict is, ask the parties what factors underlie the real issue. What factor underlie the real issue? There are factors that underlie real issue. It could be differences in orientation and experience. It could be differences in background. It could be differences in culture. It could be differences in job or role, all leading to differences in perception.
Yes.
If the two parties don't have the same experience, it can be a factor underlying their disputes. So try to ask them what are the factors underlying their differences. I'll give you an example, sir. Let's start with differences in job or role. Differences in job, sir. Sometimes ago, Adams Oshomole was the NLC president. As the NLC president, he has conducted the highest strike ever in this country. He believed in achieving all he wanted from the federal government through industrial action.
That was 2003.
Thank you very much. After he became the governor of Edo State, and while he was the governor of Edo State, Nigerian Medical Association threatened to go on strike, and he came on air and said, if they dare try it, he will sack all of them. Father of strike, threatening. Differences in job. In the past, he saw himself as Comrade Adams Oshomole, that needed to protect the interests of the entire Nigerian Labour Congress members. Thereafter, he now saw himself as the chief governor of Edo State, that needed to protect the interests of the entire state and not just the medical doctors only. That differences in job or role was an underlying factor between conflict between Adams Oshomole and Nigerian Medical Association of Edo branch. I give you another example, sir. Differences in job or role. Rotimi Amechi Chibike, the current Minister of Transport, was the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly. While he was the Speaker for 8 years, Governor Peter Odele was the Governor of Rivers State. And Rotimi sued Peter Odele on financial autonomy of the legislature, and it should be allowed to be autonomous financially. Peter Odele said no, he will not grant financial autonomy, and he was in court with Peter Odele for 8 years. After a while, he became the governor, and the Lloyd, then speaker, sued him, decided to continue from where he stopped. He said over his dead body, will he grant that? The same Amechi, who was in court for 8 years fighting for financial autonomy of the legislature, refused granting what his predecessor started, his successor started. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why? In the past, he saw himself as Right Honorable Speaker Amechi, that needed to protect the interests of the honorable members of Rivers State House of Assembly. Thereafter, he now saw himself as a different person, His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, that needed to protect the interests of the entire state and not just the honorable members. That differences in job or role was an underlying factor in the conflict between Rivers State House of Assembly and the Governor Amechi as he then was. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying.
It's clear.
Differences in experience. And let me quickly share this. I won't mention name. There was this matter I handled. There was this woman. very beautiful from my village. She was so beautiful to a fault that we used to call her Mami Water Package. You know, when you're too beautiful, they say you're Mami Water Package. So, and everybody wanted to have a hand in marriage. Until one day one boy from China, he's from my place that traveled to China, came back in search of a wife. Everybody said, you must marry that
The Mami
Mami Water Package. Oh, she looks like a Chinese, so she's representable, so you can go with her. What happened? They quickly got, in fact, they went and met with the woman. And the woman said, he told the woman, I want to marry you, I want to test my emotions on you. And the woman said, you know, all these women, let me pray over it, let me think. I went and consulted her friends, said, no, these China boys, be careful, oh. The guy may not be serious. If you think he's serious, let him build a house and buy a car for you. The girl told the boy quickly did that thing. And the girl said, and asked the girl, are you not convinced after doing that? The girl said, I'm convinced, it's okay. Then let's get married. They got married. After their marriage, the man decided one day to relocate to go back to China. While he was at the airport, in International Murtala Mohammed Airport in Lagos, in Ikeja, what happened? They rescheduled his flight from morning to night flight. And he discovered, what can a businessman be doing from morning to just to catch a flight? So he remembered that while he was in Nigeria, he had a girlfriend. He called his friend, what of that girl I used to date? They say he's now in Unilag. He said, I'm even in Lagos. So he got his number and called the girl. And the girl said, where have you been? He said, I'm in Lagos, I'm in Ikeja. Where can I say, I'll come to Unilag? The guy went. Unfortunately, as he was going to see that girl, that day Unilag students were rioting. They were protesting over an increase in their school fees. So, and the VC had called SSS guys to come and arrest the leaders of the protesting group. Well-dressed guy, as he was going, luck ran out of him. The protesting student thought he was one of the SSS guys sent. And what did they do? They lynched on this guy, killed the guy, and the guy died. Now the news went out. Luck ran out of the man who died in the midst of rioting Unilag student who went to see his girlfriend. So the woman was informed, and they had, what did they do? They fixed for the burial and buried the man, and the man died. So the woman decided to, because of the supermarket and the money and everything empowered the woman, she became influential in my place. And the woman decided to go into politics, and she was the maid, I won't mention the name of the party, the woman leader of the party. So, and then one day there was to be a convention of the party in Abuja. The husband said, my wife, I'll be going for this party convention. Please, if you don't mind, permit me to go. The wife said, okay, go, no problem. The man said, okay, I will go through Port Harcourt. So I will give money to our lawyer to buy some landed properties for us. The man accepted, the woman accepted. While the man went to Port Harcourt, he was not able to see the lawyer. And because he didn't that day and the lawyer was in court, the lawyer said, okay, just get a room and stay. Early in the morning, I'll see you and drive you to the airport. While there, the man had this unquenchable libido that made him to look for libido quenchers. And unfortunately, that night, armed robbers raided the hotel where the man was. So in a bid to save the money he was holding, he was trying to run. And lo and behold, SAS guys came. And one of the girl that he was with in that hotel, now framed him up and then implicated him that he was one of the robbers, the man. And they arrested the man, arrested the woman, arrested the gang, the armed robbers. And I went to police station. The wife was called. The wife came and saw the husband, saw another woman, saw the robbers, and the wife became angry and petitioned for divorce on the ground of adultery, and they were divorced. The woman made up her mind to become a born-again Christian. I started attending my church. I won't mention my church for now. Church. Now, so we have this department in the church that when you come for the first time, we call it follow-up group. They will follow you up to share the word of God with you, encourage you until you be grounded and nurtured in the word of God. So our pastor then was not married. So he decided to be the one that will do the follow-up personally. In the course of following this woman up, he fell in love with the woman and got married to the woman. Innocent, righteous, pious man of God. And after their marriage, they started having crisis. Initially, the man would say, I want to go on evangelism. The woman would say, darling, let's go together. And they will go together. I want to go on hospital visitation. The pastor would say, I'm going. The woman would say, let me accompany you. The pastor thought it was love. Until one day, the pastor was to travel for pastoral convention. The woman said, we must go together. He said, how?
It has happened before.
It has happened before. The woman, they say we must go together. They had issues to the extent that the man was not able to go. But after they started having crisis. So when we came into the matter, sir, and I asked the woman, do you know that trust is the bedrock of every relationship? He said, no, I know. But you won't understand. Make me to understand. She started narrating it. I married the first man. He died in Lagos. I married the second one. I caught him in Port Harcourt with a woman. I divorced. I married the third one. I am tired of marriage. I discovered now that the pastor never married. He was marrying that woman for the first time. And the woman had married three times. Yeah. Two times before him. That differences in the experience was an underlying factor in that conflict. I don't know whether you agree on saying.
Yes, it's very clear. Wow, it's been a very wonderful time, and I know if I allow this young man, he will move on and on and on and will never stop. And incidentally, we said we're going to talk about 4 ways of analyzing disputes, but we've just taken 2. What time is really pressing hard on us. Maybe by the time we'll meet again next week, Saturday, we'll look more into, especially the differences in orientation. Maybe you have to tell us more about that when we'll come.
Sure, I will.
Okay, it has been settled with laughter on. It has been settled with laughter on Salt Television, and my name is Chika Ibe. My guest has always been Barrister Odoh Ben. Thank you so much for being part of us today.
Thank you for thanking
We'll keep meeting here because we'll keep giving the information out.
My late father told me that if we are related, we will meet again.
Okay, you are fatherless.
Very well.
Okay, welcome to the club because we're also in it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Please keep a date with us next week, Saturday, for another interesting edition of Settle with Laughter. Until then, be a good Nigerian.